Day. From Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
In the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey. 4 down. I got 87.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he finds Beasley complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
57. Mike, 57.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to be Packer football. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And he's been, in my mind, the best player in the NFL at this point of the season. And I think if you poll folks with a ballot, and I certainly have one, I think they'd say he's a front runner for MVP. So now it comes down to finishing out the season strong. And a good game here would certainly strengthen his case.
Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Throws right side, and that's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing. Love. And his throw here is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Packers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Point after here coming up. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as...
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks,
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Love. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Love now looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Packers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
On first down, Beasley. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure. This defense for the Packers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And when I was reviewing the stats from last week's game, I actually had to put them down and come back to them later because when I read it first, I thought it was a typo or a misprint. One thing to hold someone under 100 yards in the game, that's incredible. Under 50, absolutely exceptional.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Watch tight end. Everyone's got four.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he lost the football. And This is going to be Packer football.
Ain't doing nothing.
And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away from the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Looking for a bounce back, had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 10.
Let's go.
21-0 our score after 1. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him.
And that's caught inside the 30.
You know what? Why don't you just start over?
Touchdown, Packers. Amari Rodgers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them. So I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Chiefs offense ready to go again. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40, the 20.
Come on now.
He will score. Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. The point after is good, and the route is on here in this first half. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And this game, CD, some are calling it the game of the year. Others are saying, hey, this is the Super Bowl preview. And as we speak, these are the top seeds in each conference. How do you think these two teams approach this one internally?
And I think that we both subscribe to the theory that it is the game of the year so far, and it could be a Super Bowl preview. I know outwardly both teams are going to tell us, hey, it's 1 of 16. We're going to do what we do. Let's just go ahead and play our game. But I think we both know that internally, they're saying we've got to establish we're the team to beat in case we see them again.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
24's the mic.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Robinson, a first down and then some. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And we hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and it put together a very strong drive as a response.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Snead. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Now Mahomes may be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jordan Love and the Packers heading back out there.
And it's safe to say he has been getting his money's worth in this one.
I would agree with that totally. Being able to go back and watch it and figure it out.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming.
On the delay, Jones.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. Wide open receiver complete.
Showtime today, baby.
And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal. That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So
and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones in the here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it. That can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion, because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down.
24 is the mic. Defense wins championships, baby.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And let's actually highlight some of the work that they've been able to do on special teams, especially in the kick return game. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
to be fairly clear
That
by
is
the time
one
we have to leave the booth.
He's going to try and go deep again. And got his man complete.
No, man, no.
And he is in to the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? Rush coming, and he's taken down. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he's correct. But not before picking up 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 87 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Right back to him on first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
24 is the mic.
Operating from the red zone now. Mahomes, he's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 2nd and 16.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get this. 24 is right there.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 50. The 30. 20. 10. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So a pretty wild turn of events there. Instead of a sure 3 points, it's 6 the other direction.
And if you're kicking in the NFL, that should be pretty much automatic, but I don't think that's on him at all. The protection broke down. That led to the block.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
24 is the mic. Get in the weight room.
From the 27, Mahomes finding Hardman here over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
24 is the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Mahomes firing complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. 30.
Come on now.
10.
Come on.
And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Jones again, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 21st touchdown of the season, and the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost it forever. Rolling to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Here's second and a yard.
24's the mic. Hey, let's get them home.
Here's Mahomes to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Now Mahomes. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Don't be scared of it.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. To throw again on second down. Love. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Love. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. KC's offense ready to take over. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
Yellow.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. 57.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little game. 7 yards, the pickup there. From the 31, Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. One final try from Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Green Bay, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.